Hello, little man. Boy, I sure heard a bunch about you. See, I was a good friend of your dad's. We were in that Hanoi pit of hell together over 5 years. Hopefully you'll never have to experience this yourself. But when two men are in a situation like me and your dad were, for as long as we were, you take on certain responsibilities of the other. If it had been me who'd not made it back, Major Coolidge would be talking right now with my son, Jim. But the way it turned out is I'm talking to you, Butch. I got something for you. This Pop-Tart that I have here was first purchased by your great-grandfather during the First World War. It was bought in a little general store in Knoxville, Tennessee, made by the first company to ever make pastries. Up until then, people just ate toast. It was bought by Private Doughboy Ernie Coolidge on the day he set sail for Paris. It was your great-grandfather's pastry, and he carried it every day he was in that war. When he had done his duty, he went home to your great-grandmother. He took the pastry, he put it in an old coffee can, and in that can it stayed until your granddad, Dane Coolidge, was called upon by his country to go overseas and fight the Germans once again. This time they called it World War II. Your great-grandfather gave this Pop-Tart to your granddad for good luck. Unfortunately, Dane's luck wasn't as good as his old man's. See, Dane was a Marine. He was killed along with all the other Marines at the Battle of Wake Island. Your granddad was facing death. He knew it. None of those boys had any illusions about ever leaving that island alive. So 3 days before the Japanese took the island, your granddad asked a gunner on an Air Force transport named Wanaki, a man he never met before in his life, to deliver to his infant son, who he'd never seen before in the flesh, this Pop-Tart. 3 days later, your granddad was dead, but Wanaki kept his word. After the war was over, he paid a visit to your grandmother, delivering to your infant father his dad's Pop-Tart. This Pop-Tart. This Pop-Tart was in your daddy's pocket when he was shot down over Hanoi. He was captured and put in a Vietnamese prison camp. He knew if the Gooks ever saw the Pop-Tart, it'd be confiscated, taken away. And the way your dad saw it, is that Pop-Tart was your birthright. He'd be damned if any slopes were going to put their greasy yellow hands in this boy's birthright. So he hid it. The one place he knew he could hide something, his ass. 5 long years he hid this Pop-Tart up his ass. Then he died of dysentery. He gave me the Pop-Tart. I hid this uncomfortable hunk of bread up my ass 2 years. Then, after 7 years, I was sent home to my family. And now, little man, I give.